Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're live.
We're live! What's up, friends?
We got Mr. Joe Gooch in the room.
Go Juke!
Zoom in the room.
I already got it wrong. I almost said go Juche.
Yeah. See, now you got it too.
Thub Sump go.
Is Zoom in the room? Is Zoom in the room with you? Can you tell me that? Is
Yeah, holla.
If Zoom is in the room with you?
Holla at Zoom.
I'm so I got the Zoom H6, and this is what we titled the video after. I'm just gonna give it a few minutes that some people kind of pile in. If anyone's wondering, we're testing out the Rode M2. It's a condenser handheld microphone. It's actually I actually really like this microphone.
Is that what you're on right now? I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm on the M2.
Nice.
It's
Like this microphone.
It's interesting how Rode. Oh, hello, Chaos. I'm pissed as usual. Rick says Dylan is clipping. I'm just saying what Rick said. Dylan's taking that personally today. So, hello, Chaos. I'm pissed as usual. Action podcast. Mr. Joe Gooch also. Dylan. Y'all. Dylan's
Rick on mic. Rick on mic. You have no idea how convoluted this system is here. You have no concept. And I don't say that as an insult. I mean, it is mental. It is mental how, because here's the thing, I don't have a modular space like Aiden does. I have an extremely dense, fixed system. And so whenever I have to do dumb shit like this, I instead of doing what a rational person would do, which is to unconfigure everything and then configure something specifically for this, I just tack shit on. I just add elements into the periphery of said fixed system to make it work. And very rarely do I find, as I was saying to Aiden, I said, this is always cursed. It's either the delay between Aiden and me, it's either the video-audio delay between me and myself, which is what I spent like half an hour today trying to fix, only having to undo it 5 minutes before the stream. It is a struggle and a burp.
Yeah, it's. I'm turning Dylan down. I don't know what's here. Let me gain him down.
I also yell a lot. Country kid, so that doesn't help.
You know what StreamYard needs is StreamYard needs an audio. You should be able to see the streams of audio.
You know what Streamer X needs is meters in the Rodecaster app. I would love that. I don't think it's a terrible thing that they're not there, but in situations like these where like I have no idea what the level is going to you, and there are like 4 different gain stages between me and you, so I am going to try something. I am just going to try lowering the input level, because the only thing that changes is I do go between this and the MKH shotgun, which is over there, that I use when I'm not camera critical. And so I'm going to just back up over here into the blurriness for a second.
Keep talking.
Okay, so now level has been reduced.
There you go.
Two LEDs less.
2 LEDs less. I'm going to gain you up here. Keep talking.
Gain up. Clippy.
You're still limited, but not by much. No.
Yeah, limiting is normal. That is ba-ba-de-bop-bop. Actually, no, the limiter's not going. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to gain you down. How's he sounding, guys? You let me know.
Yeah, you let us know before I have an aneurysm.
Dylan and I were talking about how this show is kind of doomed for this kind of
for audio. For the one thing it shouldn't be doomed for.
Yeah. Like nothing else seems to be a problem.
Well, honestly, dude, you know what it's like? It's like, and we have this joke, with the Mackie guys that I work with, fellow Mackie guy. Where like we always joke that the product managers and the engineers always have fucked up audio. Like if you call them, they will almost like 9 times out of 10 there will be like a weird echo delay, or there'll be something, and we laugh about it because it's ironic. But the reality is we're doing such weird shit with our systems on a regular basis that like Windows does weird stuff when you like unplug things a lot and plug and uninstall stuff and reinstall stuff. Things get wacky. But it is ironic.
Steve says, Aiden is soft, Dylan is loud. I have brought my gain up, and now I'm right on the yellow. I hate working within the yellow. I'm not going to lie.
It should be solid green, occasional tinkles into the yellow.
Just a tinkle of yellow, but it is not.
Just some yellow tinkles.
It's strong in the yellow. But people are saying I'm not loud enough, so I'm going to be whispering into the mic.
Let's do some ASMR.
Some ASMR.
Yeah.
Aiden, you're quiet. Dylan is very, very, very loud. That was Joe Gooch.
I wish there were timestamps on some of these comments because I'm like, they say that before? Horn? Oh, really?
Yeah, that's fun. King Paco, Nintendo lover, says, just letting you know, guys, I'm selling a Rodecaster Duo integrated audio production studio.
I'm good.
Why are you selling it, brother? Yeah, we're good.
I'm good.
Check on the Discord. There might be somebody on the Discord that Aiden is low still. Holy crap. Maybe I just if you're gonna turn my
I'm just going to turn the gain knob all the way to 0 and just see. Because it's a line level source, so theoretically it really shouldn't need any gain.
Okay. And I'm going to put you up to 0.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes, I can.
Great.
Okay, guys. So Dylan's down now.
I have 0 dB. There are no LEDs on the gain knob. The gain knob is off.
What I will say to everybody is to turn your volume up, and I should be normalized with Dylan now.
Yeah, I was going to say, without putting a pad, which I absolutely should not need to do.
Yeah, it's such
it might just be a perceptual thing because I am being processed and you're not.
Dylan is quieter. Yeah, possibly. Dylan finally sounds normal. That's Jerker. How's it going, buddy? Jerker said something earlier. I gotta what's up, Aiden? I did not forget your request from last week. Jerker, I have completely forgotten what my request from last week was. I'm such a dick.
Me neither, but I was here for all of like 5 minutes.
Action Podcast says that's tons better. Cool. All right, you're both now soft, so I will turn you up. Hear that, Dylan? We're soft. We are soft. We are actually pretty soft. Oh, yeah. This is me talking into a microphone like a
I'm softer.
DJ.
I'm softer than usual.
Coming up, we've got Skinnerd. I'm glad we figured that out. That's good. So
got there.
I asked him to attend the stream this week in case he wanted to start Black Friday hunting for PC parts. Yes, I am still on the fence, Jerker. I appreciate you coming out, though, buddy. The fence I'm on is I have been kind of shopping and kind of figuring out PC parts. And everything looks good except DDR5. DDR5 is fucking frightening right now. $500 for 32 gigs, Dylan.
That's stupid.
I mean, because of AI.
Speed. Oh yeah,
it's all AI is buying it up. So
well, remember when I don't know when people started doing like Bitcoin mining with graphics cards? Remember what happened to graphics cards?
Yep.
It was the same shit.
Yeah. I got my 3060 in that time period, and I paid $700 for a 3060 way back in the day.
I wouldn't have wanted to be in Vegas buying a graphics card when they built the Sphere.
Oh God!
I don't want to be anywhere near that. Blind demand.
It's interesting because I'm going between. I've got a system that can handle a 5000 series from AMD, and I'm thinking about just upgrading the CPU and the GPU, and sticking with DDR4 for a little bit.
It's fine, man. I'm on a DDR4 rig. My RAM is not my bottleneck.
Yeah, well, because I'm going to be gaming with it, and that's kind of like the main purpose.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I'm going to start. I'm literally going to drop $1,000 into a rig that is going to be good for another 2 years before I have to upgrade it. But at least 2 years ain't bad. I guess
that's good PC upgraded device. Upgrade your stringent, most strict bottleneck. The smallest bottleneck, upgrade that first because upgrading everything else is kind of pointless if you don't do that. The
problem I'm having is it's kind of weird because the machine isn't doing what it's supposed to do. So you turn it on and it takes about 7 seconds before the actual machine even reacts. And then it boots up and it's super slow. So I'm like, do I need another motherboard? Because if I'm buying another motherboard,
I feel like I've just reinstall just clean build. Clean build. It's Windows shit.
Yeah,
CPUs don't slow down over time. If a CPU has a problem, it will just fail. And will just not run. You don't get speed issues from even an old motherboard. I mean, unless you're running more complicated shit than you were when you bought it, which is probably true.
Yeah.
I would start clean bill. I think it's just Windows registry shit.
Yeah, I'm hoping. So that's actually a good idea. I'll do that because if that's the case, I'm just buying a CPU and GPU, and I'll probably up my RAM since DDR4 is cheap as shit right now.
Oh yeah,
like it's literally cheap as shit. I remember I bought a 32 gig kit and it was like $150. You can get that for like $70 now.
Nice.
Like I'm just gonna kit this out. Probably get 64 gigs of RAM.
Well, hey, let's just wait until DDR6. And then DDR5 will be cheap as shit.
Grief Wells says, "Let me hear the kick drum only, please." We actually funny. We've got a drum kit in studio. Not in studio; it's in storage. But when studio actually hits, we're going to be actually dealing with full on a jam space that will be utilized. So we have already got the drum. Like it UK. Greetings from the UK. How's it going, buddy? Action podcast. Sorry, I was audio bitching. No, that's okay. You guys can audio bitch all you want.
I do that all day. Okay.
Well, also like it's your entertainment, right? Like this is you guys are showing up for a product, and we can't get our shit straight because we're an audio channel, and who the fuck can know how to do that, right?
Well, again, this would all be solved if we had a dedicated space. All of these problems stem from the fact that we don't have a dedicated space to do this.
It is so brutal. King Paco, Nintendo lover. This is interesting. I'm selling his Duo, or he's selling his Duo, because I'm not selling it because he's looking to buy the Video S. Great idea.
Great idea. Great, good. Mazel tov.
The Rodecaster Video S is awesome. I'm still surprised they released the Video S at the same price as the Duo. Like it kind of actually blows me away. I haven't looked at the Duo prices recently. I should actually check that out. But yeah, check our Discord. There might be somebody willing to buy. Also, there's buy and sell on like Bandrew's Discord.
From what I've seen, they're having, because they're still a hot commodity, those kind of podcasting mixers, so they have a good resale value.
Yeah, even like if you can bring them. I don't know where you're living right now, but I know there's in Canada, like they have good value on trade-ins. So if you're trading into a place that's selling the Rodecaster Video S, you're going to get a decent return for it. So there's also possibly that. We shall see, though. Leonard Skinnerd is king. Philo Grimm. Amen.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, okay. When you work on the radio, there's an adage.
Which part of the Leonard Skinnerd? The nose section or the tail section?
Oh, tail. Like, what?
Didn't they die in a plane crash?
Well, oh.
I'm sorry. I was being an asshole.
Oh, that went deep. That went deep, too.
I went dark. I was being an asshole.
Holy crap. No, so there's an adage in radio, and that is you always want to keep the listener, and you want to make sure that they don't want to get out of their car. That's what you're aiming for. That is peak radio. When you're learning how to be a broadcaster, they tell you, keep them just a few more minutes. Make them late for work. If you can do that, you've succeeded.
Man, if you can get them, huffing tailpipe fumes in their garage without knowing it, you're in a good spot.
Exactly. And there's only ever been one song on the radio that will make me stay to the end. And that's always been Freebird. Dude, like listening to that solo, I have to wait. I cannot get out of the car until that thing's done.
That's fair.
I just can't. So yeah, Leonard Skinnerd, truly king. I'm trying so hard to not buy the Roland Bridgecast 1 right now. That's actually a great interface, Jess. You won't go wrong with that. That's actually quite good. I literally only know and do the basics in audio, so when I'm giving feedback, I feel like a twat. No.
But you listen to audio, though. The perspective of audio listeners is actually more value than audio professionals, because professionals, I say that as a professional, but we're biased because we have weird ears, right? That's why we're professionals in audio. We have weird ears that are like hyper detailed, but we'll like get stupidly fixated on shit. And like, again, 6 hours mixing a kick drum. Whereas listeners, like those are the people consuming audio, right? Like, I make audio and I make money in audio, but I guess also I'm a consumer, but I don't have the ears of a consumer. No. That high level, like, I don't like it and I don't know why, that can actually sometimes be really helpful. Because sometimes
100%.
I will bitch and complain about like, oh man, this new speaker is amazingly good compared to, and then I play it for like a regular kind of enthusiast, and they're like, I hear no difference. I'm like, oh fuck. Okay.
I've struggled with that as well. Like even with like the piece of music I put out in the last video, which is very very simple, layered. I can't tell if it's good. There's a couple sections that I really like. I can tell when everything's out of phase.
Yeah.
I could hear when I went off the click a couple times in that with the ukulele. But
Yeah. Like when somebody tells me, like when I get a message from a professional and they're like, man, this sounds wonky. I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, like a professional will find something wonky in every piece of audio. Whereas if a customer comes to me and says, yeah, that sounds wonky, I'm like, whoa, okay, something is like way off, right? Like something is like really not in a good place. If like kind of average listener people are finding like, that's hurting me in some way, you know?
So Jerker says, Aiden, if you want, I can text you on Discord. We can look at the upgrades. Yeah, sure. I'm actually I'm pretty well versed as well. But yeah, if you got input, most of my decisions, however, are going to be made via what's on sale. Now I'm probably looking at the 5900 XT, the AMD 5900 XT, 16 core, 32 thread. It's kind of like the big kahuna that's only selling for like $350 now, because it's like 2 generations old, almost about to be 3. So I'm probably going to go with that. I'm going to reboot my computer first. But yeah, if you want to reach out to me on on Discord, yeah, always available. As long as it's not like, hey, what's your address? I'm coming with a knife. You know, I'm good for everything else.
The usual.
Exactly. With Rhodes, stands, and mics coming in so many colors from this week, what can we expect from your weekly studio colors from that match your clothing and glasses style? Interior designer approved. Actually, I reached out because I believe my handler, the guy I talk to that gets me stuff.
Your handler.
I don't know what else to refer to him as. He's the guy I contact through Rode. He offered, and I said, hey, I'll take purple, and he never got back to me. It's usually purple or blue if I can pick them up. I'm going to reach back out to him.
I got a lot of pink. If you want some pink, I got a whole pile of pink behind me.
It's funny. I'm actually just pulling it up right now. I got a red Ragged XLR cable that I didn't even know was still in this package.
Sweet. I will trade you one of my like 12 pinks for
yeah.
I don't have a red.
I unrolled it for the video, the Rode M2 video, but yeah, you can have it. I'll make her look pretty for you. So yeah, everything if I had my choice, everything would be purple and blue. My goal would be to have like I have plans, podcast set up with everyone with different colors, which the colors would then also be represented within the Rodecaster. That would be so cool and so nerdy. I love when shit works out like that. You just look at the color of the boom and you know what the fader is. I love that shit.
Man, I wish on the video, the buttons, like, you know, the camera buttons, if you could like change the color of the camera button when it's lit.
Yeah.
To match like the input color and the cable color. So when you hit the blue guy's mic, the camera button is blue. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff. I'm at a crossroads right now. Like, it's frustrating me because like when Rode updated, they updated the video series with NDI, and I've used NDI before. I love using NDI before. I have no NDI products in my house right now.
He loves it so much he has never bought into it.
No, I've bought into it. I just haven't had it for years. I think I was in Brockville the last time I had some PTZs. That worked through NDI, because not all PTZ work through NDI. And so I'm like, well, shit, I guess I got to get that. But then I'm like, well, it's like you're looking at usually around $400 to $500 per camera. And now I'm like, oh, shit, am I going to drop $2,000 just to do an NDI setup with my Rodecaster video? So I'm having a lot of feelings around really trying to fill out the Rodecaster video content, because I really want to do more content around that. But I feel like I'm really missing that. So I think I am going to go buy a bunch of OBSBot or OBS bot or whatever you want to call them. I would call them OBSBot because that's makes me smile. Yeah. Anyways, I say something when audio is loud or low. Of course, the echo. Everyone's got the the echo.
So help me God, is there an echo right now?
There is no echo, Dylan.
Great.
You do not have to go on a killing spree.
I don't want to use the 4-letter P word because I feel like it's stupid to associate that with something so trivial. But like whatever is like 3 degrees down from shell shock, that's what I have from fucking echo.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys got DB ears. Yeah. DB ears. Okay, so it's Jerker talking. I love how you guys don't make people new to audio feel like dicks. Well, I mean, no, I make the dicks feel like dicks who try to butt into the channel. That's always been kind of the vibe of this channel, because I know what it's like to be new. And I remember searching through back in the day through Gear Sluts trying to get information, and people just mocking you for asking a question.
And like everything that we know, we learned, and we were in your shoes at some point in some ways not too long ago. Like I'm always learning some new peripheral element of audio, right? Like I spent like 3 hours last week talking to a DSP engineer about a feedback network style like reverb engine and generator, and learning how a digital reverb works, which I know what it sounds like. I couldn't really but it is interesting. And so it's good to always learn, and I don't know, the learning journey never ends. So I don't think it's like the taught teaching the learners, right? We're all just at different levels in our learning journey.
There's no master. Audio is constantly changing. The gear is changing. The technology is. So yeah, we're always in a learning process. And I think people who make fun of people or demean people that are just getting into it are assholes and aren't worth your time.
I'm in an AES group, Audio Engineering Society group on Facebook, and there was a post. This one guy's like, if you, I can't see with a straight face. He says, and non-ironically, says if you use VU meters instead of PPM meters, you will always be a failure.
Wow.
You will never succeed in audio. Like,
Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Right. And of course, there's a bunch of the comments, like one guy who's like a renowned, like globally renowned mastering engineer comments like, oh, I mean, the meters behave differently. They're for different things. And the guy's like, oh, moron. And I'm like, the guy's like he's studying under Bob Katz, who's like one of the most, like one of the 2 highest known mastering engineers in the world. And it's like, no, he knows his shit. He knows what he's talking about. But for those that don't know the difference, PPM is just another way of saying a peak meter. Then there's RMS and VU. A VU meter is more to measure the overall kind of perceived loudness of a signal. So it's usually a bit of a slower response meter. A peak program meter, or PPM meter, not to be confused with PPM in radio, which is a very different thing. That's what that first threw me off. I'm like, is this a broadcast? Oh, right, no, PPM. And PPM is for loudness or absolute peak, right? So if you're in a digital space and you don't want to exceed a certain point and you don't have redos because you're in broadcast, PPM is your friend.
It was told to me, VU is for the talent because they don't know anything else. PPM is for the engineer because they know what they're looking for.
But and again, I think both, right? I would opt to have a meter that has both PPM level and VU level because I like knowing the psychoacoustic kind of volume, like what is the audience perceiving. I want to make sure that's balanced, especially between segments or whatever. And then PPM is like, don't clip. Don't, whatever I do, whatever sharp stabs come into my audio, just make sure that's like below -1, right?
Oh, guys, by the way, I do have to leave right at 6 p.m. my time because I'm apparently going to see Wicked the movie, which is
the new one.
Yeah, it's apparently 3 hours long, so I'm going for like a long time.
Yeah, man.
Anyways.
Cynthia Riva for the win.
Andrew has a question that I'm going to throw to Dylan because I have no idea. He has the Sony MHX MX1000W headphones. The app plays a tone to somehow assess your ears before it plays. Do you know what it's doing, or is it BS?
Okay, so from what I understand, it is supposedly, and somebody fact check me on this because I might be full of shit, but just being honest, it might be, to my knowledge, trying to evaluate the kind of the internal acoustics of your ear canal, and how your eardrum is like responding based on how much gets absorbed, how much gets reflected. That's the theory. Whether it's just, dog and pony show, I think some of it is, right? There's lots of headphones that sound great that don't fucking do that. So I don't think it's an absolutely critical process. But I haven't tested it, right? I had a pair of Sony, what is it, the WD-1400 or the MX4 or something, I forget. They don't work anymore. The battery died on them. But they, I recall, had something similar like that, and it was something about evaluating either the dimensions of your ear or the responsiveness of your eardrum, or something. I don't know. It's weird.
That is very weird.
Is it a constant tone or is it like a sweep?
Yeah, because it was probably just measuring the SPL.
Because when you're testing like a speaker, for example, in a room, I mean, most of the time you're using sweeps to get any kind of meaningful data. But a single tone can be used for certain things.
Yeah.
I don't know how many like biologists are working for Sony, but if or the biologist to marketer ratio, those might be, I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but
Andrew, purple is the color of royalty, as natural purple is so hard to obtain. That's true.
Natural purple also doesn't technically exist.
No, it's true.
Fun fact.
Guess your choice makes you the audio king. I didn't say it. But I did a live stream video podcast with a guest in person last week using the Hollyland Lark A1 Labs. I was blown away by how simple it was to do that show with minimal equipment and expense. This is what I'm saying, people. Like I did, and I'm doing it again as the best podcast setups of 2025. I put that out early this year. And one of the big things I put in there was the Rode Micro. The wireless micro. And I said, this is the best setup for a podcast because you could literally plug it into your phone. You can even use for video with the Rode Connect app, I think it's called, where you can have both sides of the video going. Put the phone in between two people, both have audio, both have video. Oh my God, you have a full podcast setup. And it kind of blows me away that you can do that kind of stuff now. You can have I remember when we got into radio and setting up a podcast required so much shit. This was only 2013. And now you just plug a fucking thing into your phone and you're good to go. It's like, and you get really good audio. I also have a video coming out with how to make your wireless audio pop. So that I'm probably going to come out in a couple of weeks, depending. I got a bunch of videos ready to come out. So OBSBot Tiny 2, OBS bot, whatever it is. Somebody tell me before I make a fool out of myself. Yeah, I think the Tiny 2 is the one that does have NDI support.
It's NAB show, Aiden, for fuck's sakes.
Jesus Christ. The other day I found a supplier making wall insulation from old denim jeans, textile recycling. Turns out it's great for studios and safe doing a major studio install. I've heard the same thing. Denim actually has very good absorption properties when packed properly. It's got to be like folded accordion style in there. And yeah, that's awesome. That might actually make a good video. I do have to go and remake a bunch of panels when I move out of this basement. So maybe we'll look into that. Oh, and a controversial question. Hassan Niz, how's it going, buddy? What are your thoughts on holding a wireless mic, lav mic? Yay or nay, especially indoors, there's no amount of acoustic treatment make them sound great clipped.
I mean, they're I'll go and then
yeah, you go. You go first.
They're designed to be attached to you. That's the reality. And so all of the decisions, just again, on its face, philosophically high level, right? They're designed to be attached to you. So generally, I would say, I see people do it all the time. Full disclosure, I see tons of content, some that sounds not great, some that sounds great. The biggest challenge that I see with people holding it is the distance that they are holding it from their face. And then a lot of these things have built-in noise reduction of some kind. And I've heard absolutely atrocious audio. My partner was just showing me a clip of an influencer interviewing the Jonas Brothers.
I saw that.
And one of them talked and you couldn't hear it. And I'm like, and she was asking me, she's like, is that a bad mic? And I said, no. And I literally plugged a $20 lav into my iPad. And just to show her, I'm like, it is not a bad mic. This is a shit mic. And you could hear everything fine. It was just bad noise reduction used in a bad setting.
Yeah.
But
by the way, guys, if you ever wonder about me complaining about noise reduction and how I do not like noise reduction being used on your interfaces and all that stuff, it's because of that. You will wreck audio one day because of it. and you won't have any way of recovering it. And it usually how it works is when you have two people talking at once, it can only really factor in one thing at a time. Anyways, yeah, it's garbage. I hate it.
And if you get the background noise that's at just like the wrong level, you get this weird artifacting, aliasing kind of happening, like this LFO almost on your, and I don't know, it just sounds like shit.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. Anyways, I personally don't. I think whatever works for you. One of my favorite channels is Nat's What I Reckon. He's a cooking channel and he's incredibly vulgar. But what he used to do, he used to interview people. He would put a lav mic, just a simple little tiny lav mic on the end of a stick, and he would interview people with it. And he would talk back and forth. His audio was never great, but his content's fucking amazing. So my answer to this, Hassan, is it doesn't matter as long as your content's good.
Well, Aiden, have you seen Subway Takes? It's like
No.
it's a YouTube. This guy is New York Subway. He just interviews random people, and he's got it clipped onto a credit card, and he hands them a credit card, and they talk into it, and it works. It's intelligible. I mean, you can hear it's a Subway.
Yeah,
but it works. So I don't know. If it sounds good, and this is what I'll say for any config stuff, right? There are hard and fast rules that make it more likely that you'll get a good sound. But if you're doing something that's maybe against the grain and it sounds fine, who cares? Just keep doing it.
Your content will make you a millionaire. Your microphone will not. Jerker, I see Jerker struggling here in the comments. I checked with an alt account. Want to recommend a certain website. You're not allowed to put links in the chat. I know that. PC Part Picker, I do use in Canada. The only problem on Black Friday is PC Part Picker doesn't update as quickly, at least not for Canadian accounts. So like when there's a deal on at Canada Computers, say, that it doesn't update on PC Part Picker, you've got to manually go look for it. I'm okay with it. It's kind of half the fun of Black Friday. So I keep calling it Good Friday. Oh my God. Even my wife.
It's a very different day.
Even my wife is like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "I don't know."
And then you're gonna get to Good Friday. You're probably gonna call it Black Friday. I've done that because it's a sad day, right? Your brain's like black. That's sad. It's like the darkness and then stock market crashing.
Yeah. Oops.
Oopsie doodle.
The 20 Kilohertz podcast just released an audio track explaining how they did the audio for Wicked. 100% interesting. That's awesome. I will check that out.
Yeah, whether or not you like the story, I mean, everybody has what genre of films they like. There is a lot of good sort of technical foundation in what is happening in that in the first Wicked movie, and from what I've seen, the second Wicked movie as well. I've even saw a video recently that was the sound designer for K-pop Demon Hunters, and I'll be honest, I could not give a fuck about K-pop, but it's cool listening to this guy we were trying to make like this melodic slashing sound that was like kind of tuned to the music, and this guy's like, this is kind of how I build. I'm like, that is cool shit. That's cool.
To that movie I've watched with my kid, and the sound is amazing, but also shout out for Arcane. Absolutely amazing show and amazing music as well. Outsider Jess, I don't like noise reduction. It all feels unnatural. And oh my God, I point this out every time. When you're getting audio in a place that has sound, like let's say you're standing in traffic, the traffic is part of the story. Stop trying to get rid of the story. If you're just standing there with traffic whizzing by and you can't hear it, it's unnatural to the ear. It's unnatural to the eye. It's unnatural. Why are you standing outside beside traffic if you don't want the sound of traffic, you moron?
Yeah, even in films, right? Like they spend so much time in films adding ambience back in. That is a huge part of the film process. Is you sit, before you shoot the scene, before everybody else. Well, actually, usually when everybody else gets there, you have everybody sit there and say nothing for like a minute, and you get like some kind of backing tone, a few minutes if you can. It's part of the story. You remember in college we used to do like the Tim's traffic report bits, and I did it where we had like a boombox in the studio, like in the voice booth, cranked with like the inside of a helicopter sound blaring on it, and it was just echoing in the room, and it sounded horrible, but it sounded like we were in a helicopter, right? Because in a helicopter you got one shitty mic and tons of noise happening around you.
That was awesome.
But it's part, yeah. It totally, yeah. Think of it as adding to the story. And if it's the wrong sound, then get to a different place, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's if you're blocking out the sound, you're doing it wrong. Audio is all about the experience and the storytelling, and part of the storytelling is the sound. Hassan Rhodes sells the Interview Go for the wireless mics. Yeah, it's basically the stick for the wireless microphones, and it's meant so you can use it as a mic. It's actually that's why I don't really shit on people for using that, because I mean it's just a microphone, guys. I know it's designed. They all sound better when you hold them out in front of you. And that's why I usually use the wireless micro in front of me. Because
yeah, this is not a good place to get audio from.
No.
We do it because it's convenient. That's really the only reason why people use lav mics, is they're convenient and they're a little bit, they're not visually obtrusive.
Yeah. Lav on a stick is great. Everybody, if you want to see some fun shit, go check out that YouTube channel. It's freaking fantastic, and I just said the name earlier and I can't remember the bloody name. Oh, and that's what I reckon. It's one of my, if you guys there it is. If you guys want to see, if you're into any kind of like cooking stuff, Nat Bortolo, Sydney-based stand-up comedian, mental health advocate, rock musician, and social commentator. So he's right out of Sydney. We got a I think we've got at least one Sydney. I think Andrew, maybe. I know he's from Australia, but
I might be there in a week, so we should hang.
Dub app product. Oh yeah. I am getting a graphics card Black Friday at minimum. I might get it before. We'll see. Rode just released interview polls for wireless micro mics. Oh, no way. I might actually go get one of those. Fun fact. I remember watching this episode of Canadian cop TV show 19 Dash. In one scene, they just looped generic ambiance, the same one used in the intro of Eevee's The Fox, and it made me crazy.
Yeah, so you got to be very careful. There is a psychological cutoff. I forget what the number is, but it's like the amount of seconds where your brain aren't looking for it to be a pattern anymore. But some people make a mistake and they shoot like 10 seconds of ambience because that's the longest they could get, an ADD crew to shut the fuck up. And so it is a struggle because you need people around, because when you're actually there in the moment, you're going to have a lot of meat in the room, literal, meat absorbing sound waves. And so that's usually why it's really good if you can get everybody who's going to be there, all the stuff that's going to be around while you're actually shooting the scene, all of that in place, then shh, right?
Yeah.
30 seconds or whatever, 30, if I could, I'd get 30 minutes, but it's not realistic.
Yeah. Action Podcast. I watch a food YouTuber who clips his lav on a cooking spatula. Works great. Yeah, I think that might actually be him. But yeah, ambience is the biggest thing. All audio is about storytelling, and I think a lot of people lose sight of that when they're doing their own, and they consider the cleanest audio possible, but it's not about that.
Yeah, we're not shooting an audiobook here. Like,
no.
If you're shooting stuff on location, it should sound like you're on location. If you're shooting something on a red carpet, have people talking in the background. Again, as long as the subject is at least a good amount louder than the background, that's the fact that there's background is fine.
Yep. Yeah. Don't get the mic up into their mouth.
Well,
Off
Exhibit,
topic.
You used Interview Pro when you interviewed Ryan for a hot minute at NAB last year. And that's an omnidirectional microphone. And you're right in the thick of a trade show floor, which is like one of the noisiest places. And it was fine. I didn't find anything like crazy about the audio.
No, this is I did the Electro Voice RE50 video, and originally all interview mics were omnidirectional for a couple of reasons. One is ambience, because that's what you want when you're interviewing people, is when they set that up, hey, Dave, I'm down here at the corner of so-and-so talking to people, that's the cue for this is what you're hearing. But also omnidirectional mics don't have proximity effect. Plosives don't impact it as much.
Yeah, so if I'm holding this up to your face to get some 3D action here. If I differ in my distance, like if you're moving around or if I'm moving around or something, right? I'm not getting these huge like bumps and dips in bass
Yeah.
response and also volume response, because with that uniform kind of polar pattern, the angle of attack doesn't really matter as much.
Nope. It's such a big deal.
Yep.
Beresford, off topic, but all this talk of Rode mics has reminded me of the Rode Broadcaster. Yes, I'm thinking of getting one. I don't know if there's many out there anymore. Completely forgot it exists. Don't remember why no one rates it. It's one of those microphones. So the Procaster came out, or I think the Broadcaster was first. It was one of those mics that just kind of like fell off to the wayside, and it's a bit of a shame. I hear it's a really good mic. I'm looking at getting one. I've got a lot of Rode content that's already come out, so that might come out in January. I might ask for it around January, so I'm not like everything's Rode all the time. It's you just space some of that stuff out here and there, The show is called 19.2. Couldn't fix the typo in time. That's okay. I don't remember 19.2. Oh, Andrew's in Melbourne. Try not melt in Sydney,
Melbourne.
Dylan. Watch our core drop bears. They'll be in season when you arrive.
Man,
Core drop
I'm
bears?
learning. I've been doing some due diligence on just like sort of the cultural unwritten rules of Australia, and it is interesting. I love the slang. I honestly, like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm hoping it will, but I'm actually kind of really excited. I think it's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be my people, I think.
Yep. Oh yeah. I already see it. Outsider Jess. Once I stopped trying to over edit my audio, I enjoyed it more. That's something that most people. What is that?
What?
What was that sound?
What?
Oh, all right. Never mind. All right,
What?
moving on.
I
I didn't hear.
There was a bus.
Oh, is that a bus?
My window's wide open because I'm an idiot.
Oh, wow.
Did it sound like a fart?
No, it sounded like something like you started a diesel engine in your room.
No, that was a bus. There's a bus stop. I'm 12 stories up, but there's a bus stop like right outside, basically.
That's awesome. So when it comes to audio editing, more people don't realize that the most important thing about editing podcasts and content is pacing. And not having distracting sounds. So if something's distracting, like a chirping bird, you might want to remove it. Or if mouth noises or ticks, vocal ticks, stuff like that. Outside of that stuff, leave your audio alone, because you're not telling a story if you're over editing. Probably because of the price of the Rode Broadcaster. It is a little pricey, but I mean, it's. I don't know if it's pricey anymore. I just saw it for $350, which isn't bad for what it is, so I might check it out. Tom Buck did a video at a trade show using a $6 lav clipped on a selfie pole. The audio was perfectly acceptable. Yeah, I did a video way back with that tiny little microphone, and I still get comments on it today. It was the why I'm no longer reviewing USB mics, and because I was trying to make a point about audio. And people are like, holy crap, that microphone sounds amazing. What's that mic? And it's like, oh my God, guys, you're not getting the point here. So, am I going through the Bader-Meinhof effect? I too just recently remembered the Rode Broadcaster myself the other day and looked it up. Now the exact same situation is brought up on stream. Yeah, probably.
Thanks, Jerker. Now I'm going to have to look up what that thing is and fall down
Going
a rabbit
insane.
hole.
We got somebody that's watching from the beginning because major disparity in output between the two mics. Yeah, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. Don't worry. Hissing noise. Yeah, somebody said it was a hissing noise. I've got to go in like 10 minutes. Dylan, if it's hot, you need a drink, you can say I'm as dry as a dead dingo's dango. Dongo?
Love that.
Donga.
Love
dead
that.
dingo's donga. Holy crap.
Dead dingus danga. One thing that I read that was interesting is it was talking about how, I mean, obviously pick your situation, but I don't know, maybe correct this if this is incorrect. But somebody said that like calling somebody mate, even if you're not like don't imitate the accent if it's not your accent. But just doing that, even if you have like an out of Australian accent, like obviously I have a North American accent and saying mate, is still considered like a good thing. Like it's considered like people will have a bit of respect for you if you adopt that. Again, in like casual situations, I wouldn't go up and unless you in a $10 million cold call and go, I might, I wouldn't want to do that. But again, if you know the people, if it's an Uber driver or like, somebody, it's a casual encounter. I don't know.
I was watching a playthrough of Kingdom Come 2. There's a new game. I don't know if you've heard of it. There's one voice actor in there. She's an innkeeper. And you can tell she was a voiceover artist that wasn't British, but she was hired to do a British voice. And you can tell because her Jamaican accent comes out every once in a while. And so it's this British accent that's slowly sliding into a Jamaican and then back into British. And it's like, oh man, that's got to be as embarrassing as all hell.
Oh, God.
Christ on a bike. That's one I haven't heard before. If we edited out all my verbal tics, it would take 50 hours per show to edit. Descript. If you want to take out verbal tics, use Descript. The principal's office. Sorry, I didn't realize I was behind.
Oh,
that's
good.
okay, man. We're just bugging you. Oh, Action Podcast. By the way, a good amount of time to edit a podcast when you're at full flight, meaning you know what you're doing, you're getting into the rhythm, is about a 4-to-1 ratio. So for every hour, you spend 4 hours on it. That is an acceptable amount of time to edit a podcast. That's why I charge the prices I do to edit podcasts, between $300 and $1,000, because it's not it's not an easy process to do it properly, but doing it properly really makes a difference. The Royer R10 looks nice. I'm tempted. I'm tempted as well. Dylan and I were talking about that.
The R10 is a nice piece. I would.
Okay, I'm gonna actually have to start kind of pulling this back here. KCD2 is phenomenal. I want to play it. This is one of the reasons I want to update my computer. Well, I'm selling my Interfaith because I want to get the Rode Video S. Yeah, Interfaith. Interface.
Yes. Yeah.
Interfaith. Oh my God. It took me a second.
I saw that and I didn't even. I just corrected it in my head immediately. I do like that. That's fun.
We say mate in the UK, but the tone of how you say it is very much changes if it's friendly or fisticuffs time. I say cheers. I say cheers to everybody. Cheers. And I got that.
Yeah, you and a boss. That's you. You love that.
Okay. So those two things, I call everybody boss. That came from living in Brampton, Ontario for about 6 years, where it's a very large Indian and Pakistani group. And they would always call you boss. Hey, boss, where are you off to? And it stuck with me. So I started calling people boss. And I was like, I like that. And it's not offensive to anybody. Nobody's offended being called. You know what I hate is people that are like, hey, big guy. What the fuck you mean, hey, big guy?
Yeah, and obviously, hey, chief has some, some sensitive connotations.
Yeah. You don't do that one anymore.
No.
But yeah, so boss is what it is. Cheers. I had a buddy who was Australian back in Edmonton about 2003, 2004. And he always used to say, cheers, mate. And I got into the habit of saying cheers. I never got into the habit of saying mate. So I'm sure if I moved somewhere where it was I'd probably.
I picked it up off Damien. I remember a funny road story is I randomly found out like that I was traveling like at 6 o'clock at night, like the next day at like, yeah. And I remember they're like, one of the other like C-suite folk in Rode, the other Peter messaged me and was like, hey, yeah, Damien messaged you. And I'm like, CEO Damien. Okay. All right. He's like, yeah, just respond when you get a chance. I'm like, where did you message me? So he texted me. So I'm like, well, this is the first time I've ever had a CEO's number show up in my inbox, on my phone, and it just started super casual. He's like, hey, mate. I'm like, this is weird. I'm being called mate by a CEO. Great.
4-to-1 rule is really handy advice. I got a lot of that coming. Don't worry. Sorry, Dylan, I cut you off. My apologies.
No. I was done.
Yeah, having a CEO who texts you is probably kind of surreal.
A little bit of an out of body experience.
Andrew, yeah, you can use mate, wedding, parties, funerals, but used in either a welcoming or sarcastic tone. But don't overdo it. Canadian culture is closer to Aussie than U.S. Yeah, I have noticed that.
Yeah, it's funny. The people people say, "Oh man," like I had one of the leadership at Mackie say to me, he's like, you could take that impression on the road. Like I've got a Peter impression that I shan't do here. And it's not an insulting one. I've been told that and I know now Peter's probably watching this and he's gonna make me do it.
No, my favorite is the "Hey man."
Yeah.
So
hey,
that was
man. Bigger, better. Bigger is better. Oh,
I love it. Hey Peter.
It's from a place of love, Peter. It's from a place of love.
He knows.
He knows.
Maybe his interfaith is worth more. I'm pretty sure it is. Keep your hands away from rock walls in Sydney, funnel web spiders. Everywhere else generally okay as the sharks can't walk on land yet.
I was going to say, Peter, just to make it fair, whenever I'm in Sydney next, I will teach you the East Coast Canada. All right, good day, bud. Accent, and then you can come back at me.
Are funnel web spiders bad if you get bit by them? I'm kind of curious.
I have no idea.
Action Podcast, big guy when you're a big guy can feel personal. Yes, it can, unless you are a tiny woman. You cannot call me big guy. Sorry, I don't know. That's to me. It's like, can you walk up to a woman and go, "Hey, big girl, how you doing, biggie?" Yeah. You don't do that because it's inappropriate to comment on somebody's body. And like I said, unless you are somebody that's tiny.
I mean, I never interpreted that as literal. I always took it as like, when you have a boss, you call them, "Oh yeah, the big guy upstairs." But I guess obviously it's one of those terms, right? That's been used so often in a pejorative way that now it's become, not a good thing to say.
I love this. Okay, this is 2 texts, and then I'm going to go. But these 2 texts sum up so much. Beresford Productions can confirm we also say boss or boss man. I don't say boss man. Partly due to certain parts of London having strong Asian presence and culture. And he follows it up with, don't know how to word it in a less Brexit means Brexit way. Oh, man. That was awesome. Yeah, you know what? One of the things I loved about Brampton was the culture there. Is the best food you can get in the GTA and Toronto area was in Brampton. The food is freaking amazing. But yeah, there's a lot of people that have.
I have heard that actually. That Brampton is the culinary school of the GTA.
It really is, and there's a lot of people that have negative opinions of that. But I go sit on a friggin' cone.
Yeah, I like good food, so I don't give a shit.
Anything that bites you in Australia either kills you or makes you stronger.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to die. Thank you for that. There's a one. My body does not deal with toxins super well, so I'm going to die. I am going to die.
I'm sure there's some sort of preparatory shot you can take.
Preparation H, yes.
Don't get bit there.
Don't get bit
there.
You don't want to get bit there.
Don't sit on any stone.
I love a good salad toss, but that's a little too. That's just not the right.
He's talking about romaine, guys.
Romaine lettuce, an iceberg, actually. Iceberg.
Action Podcast, fantastic show as usual. All right, guys, have yourself a great week. We'll see you next week, guys.
Ciao for now.
Cheers. There it is. I said.